In the comments, we got ex-NHLer Sean Avery. He's out here saying, your chemistry would be perfect if I was the coach. You know what? You're hired. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back once again to your Cup for Jack mini 5-year franchise mode with your Buffalo Sabres. We are fresh, starting off year number 3. We started off a little bit sketchy. We lost the first game 6-1, and then we bounced back, got our revenge against those you know what? I'm not even going to say their name. Not even going to say their name. They don't deserve to be recognized after stealing the Stanley Cup from us in Game 7. I'm honestly still not over it, but I'm looking forward to this year because I think our team is looking so damn good. The chemistry is not perfect, but it's getting there. 3-5-3-1. Now, it's not ideal. I don't want to play Isaac Lundstrom on the fourth line. I'd love to have him Oh, wait, that works. No, wait, what? It quickly showed a +3 there, did it not? That's weird. So that's a glitch, I guess, because it shows I want to move Isaac Lundstrom to the third line. It says it gives it a +3. I do it, and it's only a +1. That's really annoying. Come on, game. Why you gotta troll me like that? Okay, I don't really want to play Isaac Lundstrom on the fourth line. He's way too good for the fourth line. We know that, but the +3, I love the +3. Plus, we got 2 new wingers here. Kind of have a completely new third line, to be honest with you. I'm happy with this right now. It's not ideal, but if we're gonna have another fantastic year, we're going for a Stanley Cup, okay? If Isaac Lundstrom gets, 15 less points, whatever. We're going for a Stanley Cup ring, and I'm putting all my faith in chemistry. Now, speaking of chemistry, okay, Jessie, the official team mathematician. You guys ready for this? So basically, forwards need to have playmaker, sniper, power forward in any order. That's kind of what we have here. We have Taylor Hall, sniper. We have Jack Eichel, playmaker. Dylan Cousins, power forward. Boom, you absolutely love to see it. He says in order to be eligible, it's not just about having 3 or more greens per player, but the total of the line. If you think of green as 2 points, and yellow as 1 point and red as 0 points, the sum of the line needs to be 25 or higher, with each player having the possibility of providing 10 points. Using your first line as an example, Taylor Hall, 2 + 0 + 2 + 1 + 2 = 7. Okay, alright, as we lose connection there. He goes Eichel, 2 0 2 1 2 = 7, and then we got Dylan Cousins, 1 1 2 2 2, that equals 8. So the line total is 7 + 7 + 8 = 22, which is why your line gets a +3 and +5. Boom! Math! You absolutely love to see it. Defense is a bit more simpler since they have 2 stat lines that fits. Like forward has to be offensive, defensive. In terms of line fit, you need at least 7 in a line sum, either both green or all green, or green/yellow, no reds. Holy crap, that was the best comment ever. That's actually really going to help me out. I'm going to call this the Jessie Method. If we use the Jessie Method, Jake DeBrusk has 10, obviously all green, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's great. Casey Middlestat, he's got a 7, 2, 4, 5, and then 6, 7. Offensive strategy is an X. He gets no points for that. And then Dominic Kubalik, 2, 0, 4, 6, 8. So you add that up, that's 25, and that's the sum of 25 you need to get a +5. It's all about math, baby. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. The Jessie Method, that's really going to help me out. Honestly, that's really, really cool. I never broke it down like that. I don't think anyone really has. So shout out to Jessie. We're definitely going to be using that in the future, and that's definitely helping me understand it because, honestly, it just makes sense. I feel like we're 10 minutes into this video and haven't really done anything yet, but I want to talk about the Vitaly Kravtsov trade. Not super popular in the comments. Some people really liked it, but some people said I paid a little bit too much. Bok, he says, you need to realize that second round picks are worth a lot in NHL 21. The Kravtsov deal with a third would have been more than enough. And I kind of felt that like after I made the deal, but right now we're going into year number 3. Picks aren't really important. If this was going to be a 25-year franchise mode, I'd obviously be a bit more hesitant on throwing away second round picks like they're candy. I see what you're saying. I definitely agree with you, but I'm ready to get some simulation done. I'm ready to get maybe like the the entire year done. I'm having a feeling that we are going to go on a deep run this year. I'm very excited to see what this team can do. Again, reiterating the chemistry, 3-5-3-1. I'm really excited to see what that does. So let's just go ahead and get a bunch of simulation done. Started off with the Nashville Predators. We got to slow sim a couple of upcoming games. Nothing in this month. We have to slow sim some of the Rangers games coming up next month. Obviously, that's going to be the return of Kravtsov. And then we have Ottawa, not only for Sam Reinhart, but for Victor Olofsson. So some former teammates reuniting there in Ottawa. But let's get game number 1 underway. I might get the whole thing done in this video. We'll see how well we do. If we're unstoppable, like I think we're going to be, we'll just run it. If we think there needs to be a change that's going to be made, maybe we'll stop it before the trade deadline. First period against Nashville, it's 2-0, baby. Alex Formenton and Matthew Phillips, that third line. You'd love to see it. Period number 2, 4-1. Taylor Hall and 82 overall, Dominic Kubalik. Now, don't freak out about Dominic Kubalik. John Dion says Kubalik really stole $7.5 million, then dipped to an 82 overall. I think he's going to jump back up. I've seen that happen. I wouldn't be surprised if he's 86 come the trade deadline. I am not really concerned with Dominic Kubalik. And there you go. He gets his second of the night. Maybe a hat trick for Dominic Kubalik? Maybe. There you go. You love to see it. There you go. A hattie for Dominic Kubalik. As I'm talking about it, asking you shall receive. There you go. 3 goals from the 82 overall, $7.5 million man. He's actually off to a hot start because I'm pretty sure that's his 4th of the year. But yeah, 3 goals for Kubalik. There you go. What a night for the guy. 3 goals, 3 assists for Casey Middlestat. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, that was awkward. My mic was just unplugged there for like these last few games. I realized because my mic was blinking. Sorry about that. We did win a few games during that time while I was talking to no one, so there you go. That's interesting. What I was talking about was I want to roll with Elvis and UPL. I want those guys to be our 1A and 1B throughout this entire year, and then depending on what happens in the playoffs, the Canucks have fired their head coach, Andre Lemieux. Okay, just for fun, as we're 7-2-0, just like I expected. Jack Eichel, 10 points in 9 games. Let's check out Mr. Lemieux. But again, going back to what I was talking about, I'm confident in our 1-2 punch. I saw some people saying, you got to trade Elvis now because UPL is good enough. No. I'm good. I'm going to stick with what we have right now. I'm feeling confident with our team. I don't want to make any changes. Andre Lemieux from the Vancouver Canucks, he had a rough go of it, 70, 89, and 14. And then there's Howard Burrows, who is the other coach available. But we got ourselves a god-tier head coach in Sean Avery. Getting off to a hot start here, 7-2-0, almost out of the first month. Make it 8-2-0, make it 9-2-0, make it 10-2-0 against Nashville. 8-3, yikes. Not a good way to end off the month. But another firing. The New York Rangers have gassed their head coach. Oh, man. Jeff Carter. Okay, interesting. Now, this could be something. Okay, let's get some trade rumors going here. Jeff Carter has Stanley Cup rings. All right, not ring. He has rings. That's with 2 S's. He's got cup rings. He fits on our 4th line. I'm just saying Isaac Lundstrom is being very underutilized at the moment. This is kind of my plan if we were going to make a move. It kind of sucks that we're going to have to move a guy who I really like. He's 84 overall. He has 5 points in 13 games. He's not hurting the team really, but I mean, Jeff Carter would kind of be like a perfect 4th line center, plus he has a Stanley Cup ring. Is there anyone on our team that has a Stanley Cup ring? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Dominic Kubalik wasn't around when the Hawks were winning their cups. Jake DeBrusk wasn't around in 2011. No, there's no way he was. Right? Yeah, no, there's no way. I would have remembered that, of course. Jake DeBrusk doesn't have a Stanley Cup ring. Ryan Pollock doesn't have a Stanley Cup ring. Kravtsov definitely doesn't. Oliver Shillington. Yeah, no one on our team has a Stanley Cup. Interesting. Okay, that's maybe something we need to look for. I don't really know how much that matters, but yeah, Elvis and UPL both obviously don't have Stanley Cup rings, so yeah, okay, there you go. Jeff Carter, though, he's got multiple. He's got two. He's got 2 rings with the LA Kings. But let's continue with the simulation. 11-3-0 up against a struggling New York Rangers team. Now remember, we traded Henry Jokiharju in exchange for Vitaly Kravtsov. We also threw in a second, Taylor Hall. How's it going? Let's just quickly look around the league here. I want to see where some former players are at, how they're being utilized with their new teams. So one is going to be the Boston Bruins. We ended up sending them Jeff Skinner, and there he is. So he's found a decent home here in Boston. He's got 6 points in 16 games, had 19 and 33 after we traded him. So there you go, not bad. A Boston Bruin, Jeff Skinner. Sorry, that's my terrible Boston accent. We also sent a goaltender, which is, nope, never mind. Looks like Linus Ullmark is off to a different squad. And wow, the Chicago Blackhawks are utilizing Dominic Cahoon on the 4th line. Remember how much money he wanted? He wanted like $8 million or something. That was only last year. That's crazy. Oh no, he went unsigned for a whole year. Oh my god. Oh my, just straight up drama with Dominic Cahoon. Okay, well that's a crappy trade for the Chicago Blackhawks. The Rangers didn't really have any room for Vitaly Kravtsov either, so it kind of made sense they got rid of him. As for the defense, they are playing Henry Jokiharju. Their defense is actually nasty. And having a look at Ottawa here, so Ottawa, they are utilizing our 2 forwards. They got him on the first line together. Victor Olofsson, who's having a very hot start to his career in Ottawa. He's got 14 points in 12 games. He's obviously making a bunch of money, and same thing with Sam Reinhart. He's playing awesome, 12 points in 12 games. So I'm glad they've both found good homes here in Ottawa. They have Brady Tkachuk on the 3rd line. I don't know about that one, Chief. All right, so let's go the 3-10-0 New York Rangers against the 11-3-0 Buffalo Sabres. Let's go. Pad your stats tonight, boys. Vitaly Kravtsov, let's get on the board early. First period, we're down by 1. Okay, Alexis Lafreniere, the savior of the New York Rangers. Period number 2, 5-1. Oh my goodness, there you go. Matthew Phillips gets 2, Eichel gets 1, Alex Formenton, and then Habby Boulin. That could be his first career NHL goal. Alex Formenton scored from before the red line, like right after our own blue line. Okay, what a period. Jesus, have yourself a collapse, New York. That is a yikes. And Taylor Hall makes it 6-1. Oh my god, we are all over these guys. And when I meant pad the stats, you guys took it pretty seriously. Come on, Kravtsov, get on the score sheet here. You know you want to. You absolutely know you want to score one here on your old squad. 6-1 after a 5-goal. Brendan Lemieux scores one after a 5-goal second period. We just held on to the lead, and another dominating one. Matthew Phillips, man, he's been scoring a decent amount here. UPL has 35 saves. There you go. Not a bad night at all. I'm really not worried about the team like at all. I'm just ready to have another 50-plus win year and go on a deep playoff run. When I say deep, I mean winning the Stanley Cup. Anything less than a Stanley Cup this year is a failure, ladies and gentlemen, a failure. I want to win. I want to win bad. Jack Eichel wants to win, and we're showing it because we're 16-4. Yes, absolutely beautiful. 17-4. Keep it coming. Rack them up. Ix Alafalo, no thank you. The New York Islanders, 4-0. Capitals, 5-1. Yeah, we are just rolling right now. Oh my goodness. 21-4. Someone stop us. The St. Louis Blues, are they going to be able to do it? Miku Koivu, don't want him. And of course they do, because xTech jinx. There's our first loss in like half a month. We only lost 2 games in the entire month of November. A 7-4 loss against the Wings, and then a 3-2 overtime loss. So we went 12-1-1 in the month of November. When you're hot, honestly. Holy. Okay, so not bad at all. The Sabres have 43 points. I'm sure that's good enough for first place. There you go. We have a pretty large lead. No one else even comes close. The closest next team is the Maple Leafs, and they have 37 points. So, yeah, we are rolling right now. It doesn't look like anyone's really pulling away like crazy in the point department. Everyone's kind of chipping in. You love to see it. Taylor Hall and Jack Eichel Eichel both leading the way with 28. Casey Middlestat may never score another goal again. He's all about the apples. What's his passing? He has 94 passing. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense. 1 goal, 22 apples. Okay, interesting. Love that for the first line. Dominic Kubalik still at an 82, but almost at a point per game. Rasmus the King Dahlin. Matthew Phillips, hello, 11 goals in 26 games. Okay, Jake DeBrusk, Dylan Cousins. Dylan Cousins is kind of slacking a little bit, but that's all good. Vitaly Kravtsov, 18 points. Again, if we're winning games, I'm not going to be super concerned. Both of these guys are actually doing way better than I initially thought. Oliver Shillington, he's got 12 points. Alex Formanton's got 10. Really not worried about the points here. I'm worried about winning games and winning the Stanley Cup. Have a look at goaltenders. They've kind of split the load, actually. 11-3 and 10-2 for UPL, so that's awesome. Both of our goalies getting the job done. Let's get another month of simulation done. I mean, if we really want to make a move for someone that has a cup ring, do you guys really think that's important? I think that should be maybe like a year 5 type decision. I really don't think that matters. Maybe it's just kind of, in my head a little bit, but if we find a guy who fits that has a cup ring, I mean, why not? But I'm not super worried about it. I'm just super content with winning, as we've lost 3 in a row, make it 4 in a row, okay? Up against Jeff Skinner and the Boston Bruins, we finally snap out of our giant losing streak. Up against the Ottawa Senators, we got 2 games against the Sens in less than a week. All right, let's go. We got the return of Oliver Shillington, period number 1. Also, wait a minute, the return of Habibulin. You guys traded away Habibulin for Sam Reinhart, and actually, in both deals, you guys probably won, to be honest with you, but the Buffalo Sabres are a cap team. We couldn't really afford to pay Olofsson or Sam Reinhart, and Eric Brandstrom. If you guys maybe follow me on Twitter or anything like that, you guys know I'm a big Eric Brandstrom fan. I collect a lot of his hockey cards. Big Brandstrom guy, and he scores on me. Anyways, period number 1. It's 3-1. Eric Brandstrom scores 1, but then Oliver Shillington against his old team, then Eichel and Hall, period number 2. Okay, 3-3. Sam Reinhart against his old team. Could we see a little OT magic here? I love me a little overtime game, especially against the Ottawa Senators, especially. 33-23 are the shots. Power play, oh man, it's rare we don't score on a power play, but Colin White on said power play, he scores a goal. We're out shooting him by quite a bit, almost by 10, but unfortunately, wait, power play, Taylor Hall on the power play, maybe Jake DeBrusk on the power play, and we are going to get some overtime magic just like I wanted. It's throwback night here in Ottawa. We got the throwback jersey, we got the Slug versus the Spartan jersey, 2 incredible sweaters as Jack Eichel gets laid out here in overtime. Here comes Victor Olofsson in that beautiful sweater. Get poke check, baby. Not today. Oh, Rasmus Dahlin, he's gone. You could beat him. Oh, my God, the speed from the young Swede. Oh, my God, what a goal from Rasmus Dahlin going end to end. The king, the Swedish young king. Oh, my God, what a goal. Who did he beat there? That is unbelievable. That was a beautiful goal. Who did he beat? What the hell happened there? Who was that? Just a little quick backhand, forehand cheese. And just to rub some salt in the wound, he beat Sam Reinhart end to end, who Sam Reinhart had some steps on him. You can see he had a good 2 or 3 feet on him, even here. And then Rasmus Dahlin's like, yeah, see ya, buddy. Boom, gone. Absolutely not catching him. Not today. 1, 2, bang, back of the net. Good night, Jim Kite. See you later. Well, that was the best thing ever. Okay, we got a couple of slow sim games here. We got 3 actually back to back to back. That was an amazing overtime goal by Rasmus the King Dahlin. I don't care what you say. Elias Pettersson, doesn't matter. Any other young Swede? No. It's Rasmus Dahlin's world, and you're just living in it. Okay, we absolutely pumped the New York Rangers last time we played them. Can we do it again? Can Kravtsov score a goal? Oh my God, we have the Rangers number. Matthew Phillips Phillips, the sniper, Maxime Comtois, Eichel, and Hall. We've chased Igor Shesterkin in back-to-back games. That's awesome. Period number 2. It's 6-0. Oh my God. Matthew Phillips again. Do I see a Matthew Phillips hat trick? We are just dominating teams left and right. I haven't had this much fun with the team in a long time. It's fun winning games. We are winning a lot. 33-30 are the shots, and of course I jinx it. I jinx the shutout. Carter Verhaeghe, Stanley Cup champion Carter Verhaeghe scores, and then obviously Tony DeAngelo, he gets the goal just because, making it 6-2, but another dominating performance against the New York Rangers. Vitaly Kravtsov 2, New York 0. Okay, last slow sim game for a little while here. We got Ottawa once again. We beat them in dramatic fashion less than a week ago. Rasmus Dahlin going end to end. Are we going to do it again? Period numero uno. It's 1-0. It's Maxime Comtois goals in back-to-back. Period number 2. It's 2-0. Dylan Cousins. There you go. He was struggling at the start of the year. Dominic Kubalik makes it 3-0. Man, we are just dominating. Rasmus Dahlin, have yourself a week. Matt Murray, how you doing? Oh my God, Kubalik once again. Hat trick for Kubalik. Second hat trick of the video. 82 overall. Can he do it? 5-0. 41 shots. Poor Matt Murray. Guy's just getting peppered all night. I want to see 6. I want a Kubalik goal. Not going to happen. But hey, you know what? 5-0. I'll take it. UPL makes 22 easy saves. Kubalik had 3 points. We are on fire. I don't see a reason to stop anytime soon. I know I said this is going to be the last slow sim game for a little while, but we have absolutely destroyed. Whoa, Claude Giroux. Okay, let me finish what I was going to say because I want to talk about Claude Giroux, who's actually on my radar. So what I was going to say was I know we've been slow simming a lot in this game, but I want to slow sim every game against the Rangers because we just shit kicked them every single night. But Claude Giroux, all right, he's been in the league forever. I remember when Claude Giroux was drafted, Bobby Clark messed up his name at the podium. It was so damn awkward. I remember that. And Claude Giroux, 34 years old, he's without a Stanley Cup. Could this be Operation Get Giroux a Ring? We could get him for basically nothing. He'll fit. I mean, he's not going to be a top 6 guy. He doesn't really fit, unfortunately, and there's no way I'm going to give up Habby Boulin. Are you kidding me? No way, no how. But I think we could. They want to get rid of him. We could get him for, not a lot. I could make this trade a lot easier, but I don't know. Maybe it's something we revisit in free agency if it gets to that point, but I want to get a player a ring. I know this whole thing's about getting Jack Eichel a ring, but I'm a big fan of getting players who have paid their dues in the NHL and haven't got a cup ring yet, and Claude Giroux is definitely one of them on my list. Anyways, continuing on here, hopefully we continue to dominate as we lose back-to-back games for the first time in a long time. Keeping it up. Okay, actually 4 straight losses as I'm talking about how amazing we are. We dropped 4 straight. Okay, there you go. We get back. We finally break the losing streak, and then we're back on it. 2-0 loss, 4-2 loss, 26-12-3. The last couple weeks haven't been that kind to us. We got a little over a month before the trade deadline. Let's get this game against the Rangers done. I'm expecting a 9-1 win. Let's go here. Can we chase Igor Shesterkin once again? 1-1. Okay, a little bit more tame than what we're used to. Jack Eichel scores and Brendan Lemieux scores as well. Period number 2. 2-2. All right. Artemi Panarin and Rasmus Ristolainen, the other part of Rasmus squared. We're out shooting them. Power play. Rasmus Dahlin power play goal. One time. Oh, man, that was a long one. That was a major. Didn't capitalize. 2-2. Maybe headed into OT. 40-16 are the shots. Oh, man, Igor turned it on tonight after getting shelled in back-to-back games. Going into OT, maybe we'll see a little shootout action. 44 shots, and Rasmus Ristolainen scores on the 45th. There you go. Not quite the blowout we were expecting, but nonetheless, another W. The last week hasn't been that kind to us. Let's get the rest of this month done. We'll stop up, have a look around the league, see how our guys are doing. I'm not super worried, even though we are losing here. Okay, get back in the winning ways up against Jeff Skinner and the Bruins, 5-3, and then a 5-4 overtime win, which was honestly probably another goal from Rasmus Dahlin on Matt Murray. Breaking news, the Coyotes have fired their head coach. No one cares. A 2-0 loss, 30-14-3. This past couple weeks, we've been struggling, but we have a nice long break here. We got a bye week. All the boys are off to Jamaica. COVID doesn't exist in this world. Everyone take a nice long week off and come back refreshed as we lose to the Montreal Canadiens. But 31-15-3, not a terrible record. Let's get one slow sim game before I check out the rest of the league and our stats, obviously, see if anything does need to change. Period number 1, it's 3-1. Devon Toews, Alex Formenton, and Taylor freaking Hall and his big old giant lips. Period number 2, 4-2. Dylan Cousins on the power play and Martin Necas, and then Svechnikov scores right away, wasting no time. Definitely wasn't the Michigan, but still a nice goal from Svechnikov. But Dominic Kubalik, he comes right back on Devin Dubnyk. The Carolina Hurricanes finally have a goalie. Too bad he's like 37 years old. You're 10 years too late on the Devin Dubnyk train. We do get the win there against the Carolina Hurricanes. Let's have a look around the league. I know for a long time there we were miles ahead of everyone else in the point department, but yeah, so we started to lose a few games there and the Maple Leafs went ahead of us. We have 67 points. The Jets have 73. The Sharks have 74. The Golden Knights have 73 as well. The Caps have 70 points. So we are no longer a runaway for the President's Trophy. So let's have a look at, before we do that, before we look at individual stats, let's have a look around the league, see if there's any areas we need to fix. So we are good enough for 7th in the NHL right now, but I mean, a couple wins, we're going to be top 3, no worries. Goals for, how many goals have we scored? Are we up there like years past? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, we're top 10-ish, 183 goals. We're usually number 1 for goals for and 1 for goals against. We've allowed 154 goals, so our goaltending is definitely not the problem. That's definitely not anything to worry about. Our power play is 23%, I think, so again, probably middle of the road. As for the PK, we're 76%, so we're not even top 15. That's kind of a yikes. Home and away, basically identical, like we always are. It's kind of strange. As for points, the player I'm looking at right away, Dylan Cousins, only 32 points. After having such an incredible year last year, he had 50 points and he had an absolutely monstrous postseason, 18 points in the Stanley Cup final run we went to, a -4. That's interesting. Okay, maybe he's not quite ready for the first line. I mean, he looks like he is. I'm not too worried about individual stats. It's still kind of interesting, though. Casey Middlestat, 6 goals. He started to shoot the puck a little more. Jake DeBrusk, 42 points. That's awesome. Dominic Kubalik, now up to an 83. There you go. 40 points in 50 games. Rasmus the King Dahlin, 34. Dylan Cousins, -4. Only player on our team that's a minus, it looks like. Matthew Phillips, kind of coming out of nowhere. 18 goals. That's awesome. Vitaly Kravtsov, 29 points. Risto, 26. Alex Formenton, everyone else is doing good, and like the only player on our team that's a minus is Dylan Cousins on the first line. That's really, really weird. As for goalies, Elvis is 13-5, and UPL, I guess he's assumed the starting role, and he's kind of struggled the past month. 19-11-1. His numbers are starting to dip a little bit than what they were at the start of the year. Interesting. All right, so Mark Scheifele has 83 points. He's far and ahead, leading the way. Tyler Seguin, and we're not going to talk about him. Leading in goals, we're not going to talk about him. Kucherov right behind that guy, we're not going to talk about. JVR, okay. Jonathan Marchessault, okay. Any crazy rookies out there? Let's see, 30 points for Matthew Phillips. We could have a Calder Trophy winner, 24-year-old, 5'7" Matthew Phillips. Could he be a Calder Trophy winner? Oh, baby. Maybe. I don't know. UPL's kind of, I guess, the next best player. Wow, that's interesting. Or if this Joachim guy kind of turns it on. Who the hell's this guy? 7th overall pick by the Rangers. Okay, he's number 2, I guess, right now in Calder. But Matthew Phillips, we could have a Calder Trophy winner. What the hell? I'm going to try something for 5 games here. Dylan Cousins is struggling. Maybe it's a little bit too much ice time. I'm going to move Kravtsov up to the first line only for 5 games. games. I'm going to do a little bit of a test here. We're going to write down the stats and see if Dylan Cousins plus minus improves. I mean, it's not the end of the world, and come playoff time, he is going to be a first liner. He was an 86 at the start of this year, I think. He's dropped to an 85. I don't know what's going on with Dylan Cousins, but Matthew Phillips and Alex Formanton have been great, so maybe taking the pressure off of being a first liner is going to help out, and maybe we'll do that for a little while if it does work out, and Vitaly Kravtsov will give him some more ice. Let me write down the stats of these two guys, and then we'll get 5 games of simulation done. You know what, actually, I'm going to do 10 games. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So let's go ahead, get 10 games of simulation done. I don't know if this is really going to do anything. The Calgary Flames have fired their head coach the night we play them, and we beat them up 5-3. There you go. Again, I don't know if this is really going to do much, but I'm interested to see if Dylan Cousins plus minus is going to get a little bit better. We beat the Maple Leafs 5-0. Tyler Ennis, don't want ya. And then we get our asses kicked 7-4 against Tampa Bay. But we've only lost once so far in this little simulation up against the Oilers. Both teams are pretty evenly matched. Connor versus Jack. 37 wins for Buffalo, 34 for Edmonton. Period number 1. It's 2-1. Okay, Taylor Hall, Jesse Puljujarvi, and Leon Draisaitl, all once upon a time member of the Edmonton Oilers. Period number 2. Okay, 3-2, Casey Middlestat and Kailer Yamamoto. We are down by 1 here going into the third period. We're being outshot, though not by a ton. Come on, boys. I'd love a Dylan Cousins goal or a Kailer Yamamoto goal or a Dominic Kubalik goal. Scores on Jordan Binnington of the Edmonton Oilers, because that makes sense. 8 minutes left, power play. Come on, baby, tie that up. Rasmus Dahlin, Dominic Kubalik, someone. You can't lose to Connor. You can't do it. No. And we do just that. Lose to Connor McDavid on 2 goals from Kailer Yamamoto, sealing the W. All right, let's go all the way up here to Tampa Bay Lightning, and then we'll check out the points for Dylan Cousins and for Vitaly Kravtsov. So last game here up against Tampa Bay, they beat us up like 2 weeks ago, 7-4. They have 37 wins on the year. Let's try to keep it that way. Period numero uno. It's 3-1 Tampa. Oh boy. Taylor Radish, who's been just a pest every time we play him. Alex Killorn, Victor Hedman, Maxime Comtois. Period number 2. 3-1 still. All right. Do I smell a comeback? We're pretty even on the shots, but Braden Point says comeback. No. Not happening. 4-1. Okay, that's a yikes. That is a yikes. Get this game over with. Oh my god, we tie it up. No way. Okay, Habibulin, Hall, and Formanton. Okay. Interesting. Didn't expect to tie that thing up. Going into OT, if we go into a shootout, I will go into the slow sim. And of course, we're going into a shootout. Nice little way to end off the video. A little shootout action. All right, Taylor Hall tied up the game late. In comes Steven Stamkos. He roofs it on Elvis Merzlikins. Yikes, that's a nice shot. Here comes Jack Eichel, one-on-one. Vasilevsky tries the one-handed tuck. Vasilevsky says no. I think that hit the side of the net, actually. Kucherov coming in, and Merzlikins denies him with the blocker. Who do we got here? Taylor Hall. Oh, come on, baby. You got this. Taylor Hall. Ooh, nice little move there. Faked out Vasilevsky. We got ourselves a tie game here. Braden Point had a goal earlier in the game. He tries the same shot Stammer did. He shoots it wide. We can win it on a Casey Middlestat goal, who's been an assist god all year, but he gets the goal, tucking it up and over Andre Vasilevsky, and what a comeback. We come back with 3 straight goals in the third period to tie it up. Taylor Hall was a big part of that. There he is, a goal and a helper. And then, of course, yes, we win in the shootout. All right, so we ended up going 8-2-0 in this little test. Vitaly Kravtsov, last time we checked in, he had 29 points. He had 36, so that's 7 points in his last 10. And Dylan Cousins kind of struggled, but he is up to an 86 now. He had 6 points in 10 games, but he's now a -5, where he was a -4. So I don't know, maybe that test sim was kind of worthless. I don't know. We'll probably change it back, but we did improve 8-2-0. That was nice. We had much better than 10 games, that's for sure. Jack Eichel leading the way with Hall, of course. Casey Middlestat right behind him. I mean, I was criticized of... I mean, I was criticizing Casey Middlestat for wanting so much damn money, but he's playing like he's worth it right now. Jake DeBrusk, 51 points. That's awesome. Dominic Kubalik with 50, still an 83. Rasmus Dahlin, the king. Dylan Cousins, again, 38. Matthew Phillips, rookie of the year. Matthew Phillips. Vitaly Kravtsov with 36. Everyone else here is doing just fine. Don't need to worry about anyone. As for the goaltenders, it's been UPL and Elvis basically splitting the show. That's good to see. And then one last look here, just because I'm interested in the Calder race. That is Matthew Phillips being a potential Calder winner. Let's see if that other guy from New York is pushed up. So he has, okay, 36 points. But the difference is the plus minus. Minus 25, plus 19. Also can't count out Joe Veleno as well. He has a couple of big nights, and he's right there. So it's going to be interesting. We could have a 24-year-old Calder winner, call him Artemi Panarin. So what do you guys think we should do? Should we make any moves? Personally, I think we should entertain any offers that come our way at the trade deadline, but we're good enough. I don't think we need to make a move. I think year 3 is going to be our year. I'm going to move Dylan Cousins back up here. I don't know. That's just me personally. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear it down below in the comments. I'll feature as many as I can in the next video, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very confident. We're killing it. I don't need to do anything. Maybe trade Zygmunt Girgensons. He's been riding the pine for the entire year. Let me know if you guys think we should go get someone that has a Stanley Cup ring that can maybe teach our guys how to play in the playoffs. Maybe like, I don't know, Jeff Skinner, someone who's won a Stanley Cup ring. Have a look at anyone on like the Chicago Blackhawks pretty much, or the Boston Bruins. Obviously Carter plays on the Blackhawks now. And one thing I want to mention, all right, just so I want to be transparent with you guys. Patrick Kane could be a free agent next year. That's all I'm saying. Buffalo-born Patrick Kane could be a free agent next year. If you know the hockey card story with Patrick Kane, it's a good one, and if the time does come, I'll tell everyone who doesn't know the hockey card story with Patrick Kane and the Buffalo Sabres, because maybe we'll revisit this in free agency at the end of the year. But what am I worried about? We got to worry about a Stanley Cup right now. I'm not worried about Patrick Kane. That might be a plan for a few episodes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.